What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ecstatic Flow TV. This is your host, Manny Jr. I know it's been quite a while since I haven't posted a video. I've been going through some changes in my life and whatnot, which is fine. Everything is good. Now I'm gonna start posting some videos about boxing and MMA because those are two things that I love. I'm very passionate towards the fighting game. And I'm gonna make this first video breakdown and prediction about this upcoming fight, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King versus Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Very intriguing matchup, given the two last fights were kind of controversial. The first fight, as we all know, Tyson Fury came out as we expected. He was boxing, very slick, moving backwards, using his head movement, his jab, his quickness to try to outbox Deontay. Now we all knew that was going to happen, right? Deontay came like he always does, kind of flat-footed, waiting for that big right hand to land, which it did twice during the fight. Now the last knockdown on the 12th round was controversial because a lot of people were saying that the referee counted too slow, and some people said that the count went up to 13 or so, 13 seconds instead of 9. That being said, the fight was called a draw, which again caused a lot of controversy. A lot of people went saying that Deontay won by KO. A lot of people were saying that Tyson Fury won by split decision. Anyways, the rematch happened. The rematch, everybody was expecting Tyson Fury to come out boxing again like in the first fight. And during the press conferences heading to the fight, he was saying that he was gonna basically pressure Deontay, walk him down and knock him out. And a lot of people were laughing about that because nobody believed him. And if I'm not mistaken, only his dad called it. Like, he was saying that my son, Tyson, is gonna pressure Deontay and he's gonna knock him out. And that's exactly what he did. He came out pressuring Deontay, and Deontay Wilder, I feel like he was overconfident. He was, and also Deontay, didn't change his game plan. He came out flat-footed, waiting for that big punch to land again, just like the first fight. And he was not expecting Tyson Fury to come out, his guns blazing, just on top of him non-stop throughout the whole fight, until the TKO. Deontay Wilder looked confused, out of balance. A lot of people were saying that he was, his vest that he wore during the entrance of the fight affected his legs. I don't quite believe that story. Anyways, incredible fight. Very, very action-packed. I love that fight. The second fight is one, it's one of the best fights in 2020. Now, heading into this third fight, there's even more controversy because Deontay started saying that Tyson Fury cheated. All kinds of excuses of why he lost the fight. And everybody is just asking themselves, why is Deontay saying these things, okay? If you lose a fight, you have to just accept the defeat, train harder, move forward, and wait for the rematch. Wait for your turn again. Now, he started saying that Tyson was wearing some type of weights in his hands, took away the padding inside the glove, even I think spiked water, like all kinds of stuff like that, and just not accepting the defeat. Now, he started training using a different method for this fight. Deontay, he's training like Muhammad Ali, according to him. He's using more training, more footwork, more head movement. And what I'm guessing is that he's trying to maybe box Tyson Fury, which I think is a big mistake, because Deontay's basically a lottery ticket to this point. It's been his right hand, just waiting for that big moment to happen. With Tyson Fury, it's a different story, because Tyson is a one-of-a-kind heavyweight. Even though he's like 270, 275, he's a big man, and he can box, he can move like a lightweight. I mean, you see his footwork is just floating in the ring. You know, his waist, he's, you know, slipping punches like no other. Incredible talent, but very intriguing matchup, because Deontay has that eraser. Okay, he has that one punch knockout. He can knock you clean out with one punch. So you don't really know what's going to happen in this fight, and that's what's interesting and intriguing about this, especially with Deontay, when Deontay fights, because we all know Tyson Fury. You know, he's a boxer. Okay, so either he's gonna outbox you, you know, win the 12 rounds, or he can TKO you, but that's not his forte. Now, in his last fights, he did that, but now we're waiting to see which one shows up from both ends. Which Deontay shows up. Is he gonna box more? Is he gonna use his new techniques that he's been learning during this fight camp to see if he can beat Tyson Fury? Or he gonna come with that, you know, one punch type of mentality? Tyson Fury, we don't know. He may use more boxing this time, or he just waits to see which Deontay is gonna show up, so he can adapt to that. Okay, because as we know, Tyson Fury, he can fight backwards, and now he showed in the last fight that he can also fight moving forward, throwing punches, putting that pressure into fighters. And that's a very, very dangerous Tyson Fury right there, when he can do both. Now, with that being said, I'm going to show you here a little bit of some techniques that I saw on those two last fights, and then I'm going to give my prediction on this fight. Okay guys, so here we are. First, I'm going to emulate Deontay Wilder. Okay, the first and the second fight, we pretty much saw the same thing about, you know, from him, which is, you know, that wide stance that he has, and kind of like a long jab, and waiting for just pumping that right hand, and waiting for that big punch, you know, to throw that big right hand into his opponent, in this case Tyson Fury. And he's very predictable, because he moves side to side, left and right. He doesn't quite have that lightness on his feet to move around like Tyson Fury does, you know. So he's just waiting here wide. He has a very wide stance, and also a very wide arm position. He carries his right hand up here, and then his jab, he's just measuring you here. He throws it, and then all of a sudden he throws the right hand. And also, sometimes you can watch his fights, he also gives that two-step. I'm gonna step back here, but he's measuring here, and he 1, 2, and then throws the punch. Okay guys, so it's very, you could see it from far away. And someone as smart as Tyson Fury is, he can catch those little moves and just predict what he's gonna do next. Okay, and obviously if he touches you with that death punch, you going down for sure, Deontay. Okay, now with that being said, Deontay here, wide stance. What Tyson Fury is gonna do, or has been doing, is just basically use that cool footwork, head movement up here, down here, jabbing. He's gonna be jabbing Deontay and watching for that big right hand. Okay, so jab and move, jab and move, jab and move, and when he gets the opportunity, he's gonna throw that right hand to the body, jab to the body, jump up, 1, 2, 1 and 2, and waiting for that opportunity, that opening on Deontay to throw the right hand, because what I think in this third fight is that he's gonna do the same thing as the second fight, but be more careful when it comes to the right hand of Deontay, because it's always a very dangerous punch. So he's gonna pressure, he's gonna be light here, pressure Deontay, hold him down, kind of wear him down throughout the fight again, but be more careful and use more his jab and step back. Jab and step back. Body, step back, right hand. Body, step back, right hand. That's what I feel like Tyson Fury is gonna do more. Be more in the pocket, putting that pressure, watching obviously that right hand side to side, and just overwhelming Deontay with footwork, boxing skills. Okay guys, very basic breakdown here for that fight. I love the matchup, and with that being said, I am going to pick Tyson Fury to win this fight again by TKO in the late rounds. I'm gonna go with a 9-10th round TKO by Tyson Fury. I feel like he's gonna be too much. He's gonna be moving, using his boxing skills, plus putting that pressure when he sees that Deontay have no response to his techniques. Okay, because Deontay now is training apparently to box more, but once he gets hit, all that is gonna go away, and he's gonna go back to his old self, which is that wide stance, kind of predictable, you know, boxing style. Because that's what usually happens when you start trying to change your boxing techniques late in your career. It works for 1, 2, 3 rounds, but once you start feeling the pressure, getting tired and getting punched in the face, everything just goes away and you go back to who you are, your DNA, and basically how you started your career. I've seen it many times in boxing fights. That's usually the case. And that's it guys. Tyson Fury late TKO, that's my prediction. I hope you like this breakdown. I'm gonna try to post more of this boxing and MMA breakdowns. I love the fight game. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to like, subscribe this video if you like it, and I hope to see you all soon. And always remember guys to always stay blessed, stay present, positive, stay ecstatic. Until the next one.